Okay everyone, so I'm going to talk about Ray Dalio's all-weather portfolio today and introduce what it is and actually say if it's a good idea for your money. Now the Ray Dalio all-weather portfolio, it's a mixed portfolio. So basically 55% is in government bonds, some is in short-term government bonds, some is in long-term government bonds. Then 30% are in stocks and the remainder 7.5% in gold and 7.5% in commodities. Now, this portfolio has become quite famous on the internet because it's very seldom been down. I think literally in 40 or 50 years, it's only had about 4 down years. And even during 2008 and 2009, it was only down by a few percentage points. However, when you look at the all-weather portfolio compared to other forms of asset allocation, over almost any period of time, a more aggressive asset allocation usually makes sense. I mean, I'll give you an example of that. When people have compared an 100% stock market portfolio to the all-weather portfolio, an 100% stock market portfolio has often done better by 3 or 4% every single year, but it's just been more volatile. So I'll give you an example. If you look at between, I don't know, 2003 and 2017, 18, like a 15-year period, even though there was a huge market crash in the middle, an 100% stock market portfolio, or even 80-20, and I was 80% in stocks, 20% in bonds, actually on average did better than the all-weather portfolio. The only difference is the all-weather portfolio reduced a lot of the volatility. So it was only down once, and that was only by about 3.6%. The best year was 13%, whereas in comparison with the 100% stock market portfolio, the best year was 32% and the worst year was minus 37%. So the all-weather portfolio is good if you really can't deal with stock market volatility and you're always worried by stock market crashes. However, over any long period of time, stocks are actually going to beat this kind of portfolio. So if you're closer to retirement, it definitely makes sense to have more money in bonds, at least 40%, either 60-40 or 50-50. However, if you're younger, it makes a lot of sense to keep 100 or 90% in the stock market and then gradually allocate more to bonds. Because remember, volatility is not risk, especially if you're young or even in your 40s. That's been shown time and time again. Just because an asset's more volatile doesn't mean it's going to produce less long term, and indeed that it's more risky. And that's a key mistake many people make. They always think it's good to kind of reduce the volatility. But if you've got like a 20, 30, 40, 50 year time horizon, you shouldn't even care about that, right? Because if you're 25, 30, 35, even 40, you've got decades left in the market. So I would say much better options exist than this. And its main purpose will be for maybe an older investor, or for that matter, somebody who's new to investing who can't deal with that volatility.